Good morning. Welcome back to Flying with Mike after last night's pretty fun flight from pretty busy flight from LaGuardia to Andrews. We flew the C-40 Zibo variant down to Andrews, and ATC was wow, a lot and very good. I even caught PDC wrong and missed the star because I'm trying to, or Sid, I'm trying to figure out what Sid are we flying, and then got caught by the. And we'll go through it because it's easy to miss. I wish I would have saved the PDC so you could see what I'm talking about, but you'll get. But anyway, we're sitting where we left off with Virtual American at Reno, Nevada. That's right. This month is the month of the races, and they may have just happened. I don't know. I forgot the dates, and I'm not going to look them up. But it is one of my dreams to get out there and see the air races. It just fascinates me, flying 50 feet above the ground, all out in a race. And while the smaller planes, it doesn't seem that, but flying 50 feet above the ground full speed that's pretty cool. And let alone take P-51s, F-4Us, and Bearcats and stuff like that up at 400 mile an hour around their track. That's impressive. So anyway, that's where we are, but this is not the airport in Reno that happens. It's the one north of us, where all the action is, which makes sense. I mean, it wouldn't be kosher to have air racing and have one of those accidentally fall out of the sky because of an engine malfunction. 50 feet, you don't have much to think about other than try to climb. If hopefully you have controls to do that. So yeah, it's kind of hair raising. So, but we're in Reno, and we're getting ready to blast off to Phoenix, one of the focus cities this month with Virtual American. So I hope you enjoy the flight. And we're going to be in Zibo X-Plane 3.0 in case you've been sleeping, hiding under a rock. Or okay, I'll be nice, working and haven't checked your discords or anything like that. Yeah, we've updated finally to 3.0. And where are we? Yeah, I know. Not a cloud in the sky. Not a cloud in the sky. Let's kind of pan around. But, you know, I didn't read through all the scenery updates they did. I think they did something because, hang on a second. Oh, got an itch. LaGuardia yesterday looked downright amazing. The skyline of New York. Now, granted, not all the skyscrapers there. And that's because my settings are turned down a little to help with frame rates. But I don't know. Looking at this, and even here in Reno, things really look different. And I can't put my finger yet on it. I know someone yesterday did they change the level of detail? Question, question, question. We need to go back to the 200-page update notes that Delta Who with X-Plane put out. Just kidding. 199. No. But seriously, you read that takes a while. You might get a couple cups of coffee in reading it. They really did pack a lot in that update. So taking a lot to update. Now, questions I have before we hop in. Well, you know what? Let's hop in the cockpit, make things a little quieter, and bring up the noises for you because I got people out there yelling, put the engine noises up. And so there they are. Yesterday, LaGuardia to Andrews, we had weather. Beautiful weather. Great job on that X-plane. However, I wasn't seeing it on the radar scopes. And I'm pretty sure the 737 only on off, if you want to call it that, is on display, off display up on your EFIS. I tried every switch down here in the weather radar just above the transponder here. I couldn't see a lick of weather, but like always, if I went to map, poof, there it was. So, oh, and the birds are overhead. Hang on. I have a streamer that loves seeing this. Hang on. Where are they? I just saw the shadows. Hang on. We're going long. Ah, we missed them. Yeah, I saw the shadows flying under. He's yet to see them. But anyway, so yeah, I had a lot of troubles with the radar yesterday. And today, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna have any returns, both here and on the second flight. So we'll shoot for a day. Hopefully we'll have storms here. It's got to be happening again soon. Hurricane season's on. There's a lot of action in Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana. So eventually we will run into it. Who knows? Going to Phoenix may get a haboob. Who knows? So you never know with this. All right. So let me make sure we're ready for the next step here. Okay, Sim Toolkit. Hang on, I gotta turn this down. It's bugging me. There we go. All right, so, Phoenix Approach is up. So now I was trying to figure out who's up down there. Phoenix Approach. Looks like, hang on. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right, so as you can see on Sim Toolkit, we got a nice flight. We got some scatteredness around. Las Vegas approaches up as well. We got this blob. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. So let's look at our loadout. Oh, look at that. We have more than 30 people on the plane. That was incredible yesterday. 30 people. Well, that is kind of typical for that flight. So that's going to give us a payload around 38,700. Fuel, 15,671 pounds. 172 peeps on board and planning 17 right for the departure. Landing planned as of right now 25 left into Phoenix. Zephyr 9 out of here, coming in on the Brusher 1 into Phoenix. So cost index 20 for those interested, and a flight level of 350 starting with, and I think we carry that all the way through. Hang on. Checking my overall ATC. Yeah, all the way through. All right, weather. There's just none here. 64 degrees, winds, calm. Just a beautiful desert, North Desert day. Northern Desert, whatever you want to call it up here in Reno. So yeah, just a beautiful day up here. Down in Phoenix, pretty much another beautiful day. 82 degrees already. Winds, they do have a little bit of a wind out of the northwest, 330 at 5. Now they do have CBs distant northwest of the airport moving southeast. So maybe, who knows, we just might get to see something. Last check on this flight, we're flying 1 hour, 25 minutes. So who knows? We'll see. And then I didn't get us into VATSIM yet, so bear with me a second. All right, we're flight 1437, nav. We are RNAV D1E2A1. Basically means we can fly RNAV approaches, for those not sure what all those letters meant. And let's put this in here. Pilot. Okay, 1437. Okay, and we're looking at a transponder code 3633. One of those things that irritate me happened on Friday's flight, Monday's flight, where they changed our squawk. Now, I know that happens quite a bit out there, folks. Please don't come back at me. That happens all the time, man. Get over it. But this is a flight sim. This is VATSIM. You guys issued it. And it was supposed to cover everything. Now, granted, Europe likes to go to 1,000. Why? I have yet to find out. Nobody's told me why. It's kind of weird. So, anyway, let's get this plane in the air, and then we can talk some more weirdo stuff once we get airborne. But welcome aboard. Thanks for choosing us today. And we're headed to Phoenix out of Reno. So just kind of bear with me here. I'm just going to do some basic checks here. Start from the very top. The stall warning check always cracks me up here, and eventual alarm. If you're looking to listen for that, good luck, but you'll definitely know when you're overspeeding, trust me. Both are just equally as bad. So one, you rip the wings off, the other, you rip the whole airplane apart when you crash. Which, by the way, happened. Airbus flight 330, I think it was. I don't know which derivative. From Brazil to Paris. At altitude 32, 36, somewhere in there. Stalled. Crew, I don't remember if they were seasoned all the way, but the captain was. Very seasoned, high-hour Airbus, time and frame and everything. None of them had a clue they were stalling. That's kind of sad. So, anyway, so let's get this plane going. All right, just going through the preliminary checks here. So window heat. All right, let's get our initial going here. Oh wait, we're still in Align. All right, so destination's Phoenix. Let's go ahead, request our flight plan. Okay, load it, activate it, execute. All right. So, whoa, oh, that is incorrect. Clear. Reason it's incorrect, that's our flight from yesterday. Let's get over here. Go here, airside, next. Thought I'd done this, oh my goodness, did I? Okay, we'll get one last thing done here. Go home, go here. What am I looking? Payload, click, click. We'll go 187. There we go. All right, now we got the right numbers. And it just, you know, with the new ZIBO and all, I've got to go in sometimes and save all of this. I'll double check next time. All right, so double checking numbers. Okay, 133,743 for the zero fuel weight, 15,671, and 172 peeps. All right, activate it. Here comes the jetway. And here, get a quick look. And eventually we'll get a baggage guy up to the door and the fuel truck. All right, let's do it. Now let's come down here and KRNO doink. Okay, and you don't have to do this, I just do this, at least I don't think you do. And then request. Load. Activate.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Okay, we got the, all right, we got it in there. All right, 17 right, request, we already got that. We're set to go. Let's get our departure, make sure it's correct. 17 right. Zephyr. And are we going by PESKE? Yes. All right, let's look at the legs real quick. Hang on. I'm going to look at them here real quick because I don't like the start. I just don't. Where's Zephyr? Oh, it is the first fix. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Expose. Then we're off to flood. Out old and pesky. Okay, that all looks good. Then shuffle, shank, everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and set that to plan real quick. And around Prescott, we should, maybe between Prescott and Phoenix, possibly see these thunderstorms. Okay, there's Brusher. All right, let's close up, go to Brusher 1. We're planning currently 2 5s, which this time of the year I could kind of believe that's what we're going to get. 280 at 5. Let me see if there's any TAF saying this could switch on the 6th, maybe, which is tomorrow, but today it does not appear to be. Okay, so 2 5s appear to be a good choice. So we're going to departure, arrival, planning 2 5 left. Make sure, which one's 2 5 left? 7,800 feet. Okay, that'll work. All right, 2 5 left. Are we? Let's do this. Hang on, Brusher. Nope, let's just do final. Okay. All right. So, Brusher. And execute. All right. And legs. Okay, so Brusher. Anti. Oh, where are we? What? Oh my goodness. WOTRO winner DRK. All right, I'm on the page now. Wow. PRFUM. Now Brusher got it. Anti. All right, and then out to Juarez, and then vectors to Glips, Gypsy, Escade, and 2 5, and we'll hold at Popey. All right, looks good to me. Oh, I am at Reno. Okay, cool. All right, and that takes care of getting the flight plan squared away. Now let's go to performance, and at this point, I'm going to go ahead and let the passengers
Flight
board.
deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Perfect. All right, we'll just wait on the EPU, but we'll start the boarding. And what we're waiting on here is the blue light to come on right above the APU EGT. All right, everything else looks good here. IFE. Okay, there's the blue. All right, we got the air on. We are ready to get this thing finished up. Okay, 31 plus 24, 5.5. We'll go with 5. Oh, by the way, for those curious, the alternate today is PRC Prescott, where the storms are. Just like yesterday, where the storms are, that's where our alternate is. All right, we got our cost index looking good. Again, we're flying 35,000. All right, let's go to N1. And from here, I'm basically just using SimBrief's takeoff predictor. Takeoff with flaps, well, correct. We'll get flaps in a minute. Thrust takeoff 1 at 23 degrees. Wow, I think we're pretty much full power. 2 degrees more than the outside degree. Climb 1, and we'll take them all. Take off, hit that CG, go to the next page real quick. Okay, runway winds calm, so 360 diagonal 0. Whoop, whoop, diagonal did not get in there. There it goes. Slope on the runway. We'll get that real quick. Actually, there is no slope. Okay. It's 0.045. You could say 0.1, but it really isn't necessary. And then our heading will be 167. Now, like last night, our runway was wet, so we'd have to set it. That helps the aircraft scoot along down the road like it should. Dry, again, all of this is minute stuff going on in the background that many of you will never touch. I try to touch as much as reality will allow me. 149, 149, 154. We'll just go with theirs. All right, and then QRH off. And that gets us readied for the final setup here. Okay, let's reset that and flight directors to on. Airspeed's gonna be 163, engine out climb. We said 167. All right. Currently, no ATC in the Oakland radio area. As mentioned, LA or Las Vegas and Phoenix approaches are up, so we'll deal with Phoenix right now. Just to get a double check, 26, 25 left. Okay. We could actually take 26, but we'll stick with. We'll see what happens en route. All right. So our departure. All right, let me bring this in and show you where I had troubles. All right, hang on a second. Let's get back to map. Sent you out a little. There we go. And all right, so here's where we had troubles last night. Great program, NavGraph charts. Okay. Once we figured out where the SID was actually in his pre-departure clearance, it was a piece of cake. Was finding it. When he told me what it was, then also, boom, it stood like neon lights out on it. So when you go to the departure, Now, granted, the PDC said altitude 22,000, partial. You climb with the SID. So when they tell you to depart, you depart following the SID. That's why sometimes you hear RNAV, such and such fix. Yeah, you're going to fly the actual departure. You're not going to turn and go direct the fix. You're going to take whatever RNAV it takes to get there. Fix by fix by fix, or maybe a fix or another. However, I'm going to zoom in on an area. Just because it said 22,000 was not the top altitude that I'm allowed. And he was 100% right. Caught me again. Caught me the first time in Vegas. Ben did a great job on the scope there. Told me what and I went, oh my God, you're right. And it was oblivious. Again, a little bit hurriedly missed it. Where you see top altitude down here at the bottom, here's our initial climb, direct zipper, then depicted route. That's why it was throwing me off today. Usually zephyr is way out and then it branches from there. No, this is your first fix. Let me back up. So we come off the runway zephyr. Expose is where we then pick a route. So we would continue, and it's all because of all the high terrain around us with Lake Tahoe and all of that. Actually, I don't know if that's Lake Tahoe to the next. So, but anyway, right there at the end in under top altitude, that's as high as you're supposed to go. In our case, it was 5,000 out of at the garbage can, LaGuardia. Here, it's 19,000. Yeah, if you did 5,000, I don't even know if you'd even get off the runway. Yeah, you heard me right. This is the wrong map for that. Hang on, we'll get it. You'd be 600 feet above the ground. It's already 4,400 feet above sea level. All right, so... Oh, there it is, right there. Duh, right in front of me again. So yeah, we top out at 19,000 feet, which in this case would be about 15,000 feet above the ground. So, but again, that's all to clear that 13,300, 14,000 you see. So yeah, that's where he got me yesterday. And he didn't get me, I got myself. Because I didn't look, because I was in a hurry to get up and going. And gotta quit doing that, folks. That's how you miss these important things, because there were a lot of botched stuff going on last night with people, and it was really getting to where I was about ready to just disconnect with the people just not paying attention. So anyway, that's what we have planned today. Okay, I'm going to do one more thing here and just kind of show it off. It's been here for, I don't know how long. Another streamer, I'm not going to bring their names up unless they want me to. Let's see who's all in here. With this, you can go to D-Link. Is it AOC standard? Yeah, and reports. Do a request, weather request, Reno, send. It'll tell you when it comes back, I believe. There it is, message. And there's our weather as of 15:55. No winds, 10-mile visibility. Got a few clouds, which I can't see yet at 10,000 feet AGL. And 3,004.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Okay, so here's our flight log. This will tell us our in, out, and all that good stuff. All right, now we're going to come back here to legs. And again, speeds are going to be 148, 148, 153, departing 17 right. Zephyr 9 departure to PESKE. Let's get to work on our end. Doors closed. See if I can. I think they might be on the PA.
Front flight deck, we'd like to add our welcome board. Anticipate possibly some light bumps or some choppy air as we climb out. As a precaution, keep our flight attendants seated for a few minutes. Make sure we know, what that ride's going to be like before they get up. Also appreciate it if everyone would remain in their seats during that time. Thanks for being with us today.
All right, and you heard him. Let's make sure we're up on the APU, unlike last night. That was very embarrassing. Okay, looks like we're on the APU gen. Okay, APU set. Fuel pumps coming on. All right, here we go. Let's get our better pushback up. You know what? I had troubles with this yesterday. Oh, there it is.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Some doors are still opened or the GPU or the ASU are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
All right, let's get CTAF here. Up.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
What have we got? 18.7. Yeah, Reno traffic, American 1437 pushing back, Bravo 7. Brakes off.
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
starting up number 1.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
All right, we're just about ready here. Now let's do our after start checks. All right, just waiting here for him to say they've disconnected.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
All right, here we go. Pro Pete. All right, Pro Pete, left, right, isolation, APUs going off. All right, we're flaps 1 for departure, correct? Yes. RTO. And go ahead and set the start switches now. Continuous. Auto brake set, and we're set to start our taxi. Reno traffic, American 1437 taxiing to runway 17 right. Okay, so we're going to go out to Bravo, no, Alpha to all the way to the end. All right, got it. All right, I hope you all are enjoying your Friday. The weekend is upon us, and it's been an interesting week, let's just say the least here. Well, we all now get to figure out what's up with X-Plane 12 3.0 now. There'll be a couple of betas here before it's in release, but I'm looking forward to what's next. There's what we're talking about with the clouds. Okay, I see now. Didn't see them earlier. All right, trim 575. Okay, let's get this plane set and ready to go. What do you think? ATC throttle on, VNAV RNAV. I know I said that right. VNAV L nav. Sorry. Where am I at on here? Heading bugs on runway and lower TCAS. We do need to do one thing at the end. Can start doing that now. Reno traffic, American 1437 departing 17 right, Zephyr 9 departure. Okay, that's set. Weather's on. Terrain's on. Auto throttle set. And let's turn the timer on. Here we go. Knots.
80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. 1000.
Don't think. Don't think.
Think we got that figured out, I hope. Let's keep an eyeball on that. Why is it wanting to descend?
Don't think. Don't think.
1000.
Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle.
What the heck is this thing doing? All right, hang on. We're having some major issues here.
Bank angle. Bank
Why,
angle.
with the autopilot off, are you going through these gyrations? Holy mackerel. What the heck?
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Funny thing is, we had none of this trouble yesterday. Okay, well, we don't have any idea how all of that cleared out. Like I said yesterday, it flew like a champ. Friendly player, hello. Sorry, I was a little distracted and tending to the airplane. Yes, it is. Sorry, I had myself muted so you guys wouldn't hear that sneeze. Oh, but yes, this is ZIBO. Currently, we're not going to see any weather. You know, we're in the high desert. Yesterday's flight, LaGuardia to Andrews, went without a hitch, minus setting up the departure at the runway. But yeah, it's don't know what today's flight and what it was doing. What I did and said. Wow, that was very interesting. I will give you that for a departure.
in regards to a special meal, would you please identify yourself to a flight attendant? Passenger Escobar, please.
All right, I am going to look at this. Just, is there like, oh, there's no switches for on off other than up here. All right, I think we're in a more stabilized flight state. Wow, that was definitely an interesting departure. Well, anyone who was watching that's Zibo savvy, any ideas what I did wrong? Because that was a roller coaster takeoff. So, man, it's like all of a sudden my cruise was knocked out. I know what that's all about. Oh. I know what that's all about. I didn't set that, and that's my bad. Cabin altitude, we're a little higher than what's set. It'll catch up. Day has been going well. I hope yours was as well there, friendly flyer. Or friendly player, my bad. Hopefully told us. No, I do not do heli divers too. Sorry. Pretty much what you see in front of you is all I fly and do is the X-plane. I don't do many other games. For a while there, I dabbled in DCS, Digital Combat Sim, and BMS Falcon 4. But I don't know, just I guess part of it was problems with DCS. Yes, I know there's some out there who go, those are so long ago. Yes. But I really never got into it, if that makes sense. And so now we just enjoy the flight sim. Do I have the F-14? No. Do not have DCS anymore. Got rid of it. Kept I started in DCS around 2015, I think is what we figured out. A whole lot of blue screens did not help me, just lose interest in it, and haven't flown in it since. Now, I have flown the Tomcat a couple times here in X-Plane 12. Interesting. Why are we getting an overspeed?
To go.
Did I have the A10C, the P51? What else? Or did I have anything else? I think that thought I had one other. But anyway, oh, and the F-15. But C, the one from Flaming Cliffs or whatever. Which, by the way, if you get that one, it sucks. And probably a couple of others, but yeah, it's been so long. But yeah, I do not do DCS. Like I said, it's been since at least 2015, and I just lost interest in it when it just kept blue screening. Today, would it? Who knows? But will it eat up valuable space on my computer is the other question. That I don't know. The A10C, Charlie. There was just a lot of issues with it that was making the Flaming Cliffs F-15C because basically half the panel didn't work, and things you needed to do just weren't there. It was basically set up as a standalone game, as I remember, and I just wasn't particularly happy with it. So. In real life, I love the F-15. That was probably my favorite. Fighter still is. I think it's still the best out there. But I know there's a lot of people that'll argue with me, so I am not in the mood to argue about fighters. We each have our favorites. But yeah, Flaming Cliffs, I just didn't like that version, and it just to me sucked. And that helped to solidify my leaving, but the blue screening was what just totally took my disinterest out. And the trimming in it was just rough as could be. Today it might be better, but I'm just not sinking into it. Hang on a second. Where is it? There it is. All right, where do I have it hiding? I'll get those for you here in a second. Well, see, I'll have to go through this story here in a second with you. Hang on a second. What the heck did I do with it? Well, what, is it specs? Well, all right, I saw that you asked, I don't know if it came up, but, well, now here's the backstory. The computer, let me make sure I get, yeah, the computer I had issues with DCS was the same computer that I talked about that ran out of memory to where I couldn't even start. Now that could be a variety of things from viruses to malware. I get all of that. Problem is, a friend of mine told me to whatever drive you want Windows on, make it just big enough for Windows. Everything else on the other drives, which were like a terabyte or two or whatever they were. Well, somewhere in all of this, and it all looked good on paper, it ran out of memory. Now, the blue screening and all the troubles with DCS, I attribute to some of it. I attribute to it, yes, a virus or a malware could have got in there. But it quite literally ran out of memory. And that's why the new computer is on board, 2020, and going strong. But slowly, the memory is, dwindling. And that's because programs have gotten bigger. So, just to give everyone a little idea where I come from. I don't blame DCS for it. I don't blame FSX. Matter of fact, I know FSX didn't do it. I just think something either got in it or, quite frankly, the memory just went, and nothing I could do but unfortunately get a new computer. Darn the luck. No, seriously. So that's when I just said, I'm not, 2015, I'd already left DCS, and somewhere in that time frame, and I just wasn't turning back. And when I got the new computer, still not looking back. So anyway, I know you guys out there that fly it, enjoy it. Hey, enjoy it. Whatever relaxes you and you enjoy doing, do it here on the flight sims. I mean, come on. We're not here in a job. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy the sim or whatever you're flying, and just don't knock other people because they're not on your system. I have so many people that berate me for staying with X-Plane. Sorry, I'm not going. I have my reasons why I will never go to Microsoft again. Beyond the fact I really have not yet seen it look all that great. But I've seen a lot of streamers, and whatever they're showcasing is just not selling it to me. And some of them are really good streamers. It's just a very dark sim to me, where this is a very bright sim. I'll give you that. But I just have not been impressed with it. So that's why I was glad Hawker 125 kept pushing me to try X-Plane. Now I'm not going back to that other side. Oh, there's some things I like to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I'm working them out over 5 years so far. I've worked out what it's given me some troubles, and some still there. But overall, I'll take this sim any day of the year. But I'm not going to sit here and say, you have to be on X-Plane like some of those people do. And it really gets under my skin. So I kind of veer away from them and just say, hey, enjoy flying. This is where you come to enjoy, maybe learn something either about aviation, about the sims themselves, what you may or may not need to take to whatever you fly might apply. So, but yeah, you know, as you said, X-Plane is a great sim. And this 3.0, folks, I'm not kidding. It looked like Delta Who put 200 pages out on X-Plane with all of the updates that came to it. Yeah, you understand me correctly. 2015. It was like 1 point something, 1.5, 1.23. The guy that runs Pan Am Virtual with us has a DCS group, squadron, whatever it's called. And we tracked it back, and it was 1.5, I think it was. That's the number that comes to me that I had. And they're like 2.7 or something like that now. So, and we figured out when that came out was around 2015. Yeah, about 10 years ago. So, yeah, that's a long time ago. And I'm not getting into that anymore. Like I said, I lost interest in it. So, and I am enjoying. Now, the only thing that could possibly bring me back would be the C-130 only. And I know it's out, but I had a friend of mine tell me, hey, come to this one. They got C-130s. Oh my gosh, was that horrible. I thought the one here in X-Plane was bad. No, this would be like flying a 747 versus that. Oh my gosh, was that horrible. But again, it wasn't geared for flying, it was geared for ground pounding by artillery and troops and all of that. So, and the C-130 that's right now the only one available for X-Plane isn't, I mean, it's okay, but there are issues with it, and I don't know how to relate what I see to the developer to try to improve it, if he wants to improve it. All right, after that really shaky departure out of Reno, we're actually airborne. Somehow, some way, we actually did not crash. We'll see when we get to the point section of this. Oh, I know. I do appreciate it, friendly player, but like I said, I haven't had a desire to even dabble in DCS. I've looked at it a couple times, even today. Spaceman walked me through it, but no, we're not. I just, like I said, don't have the desire anymore. So I enjoy my tube liners, general aviation, and cargo dogging. Too much to dabble off into that. All right, let's try and figure out where the heck we are. Didn't know the new planes were free. I thought they were still, you had to pay for them. because I thought I saw a price tag on that C-130. Now, don't get me wrong. What I like is the DCS concept versus what BMS and the upgraded Falcon 4 was. Falcon 4 seemed concentrated only on the Korea Peninsula, which was cool, but I like, and there was a special ops group that was forming. I don't know if it ever got off the ground, where they were basically going to work with both the DCS and BMS together. Granted, BMS just strictly in Korea, but DCS together. However, incorporating Microsoft at the time, FSX, and Prepared to move in between theaters. So, if you're not familiar with DCS, they have theaters. Persian Gulf, the Caucasus, which is the default. That's what comes with the Caucasus being Georgia, not the state of Georgia here in the U.S., the country, and that area of Russia, where a lot I think Chechnya is in there, if I'm not mistaken. Not positive, but anyway, where all that conflict Russia has before Ukraine. So you can concentrate there, the Persian Gulf, I think Afghanistan, but not certain. And they also had Red Flag, Nevada Test Range, and a couple of other areas that you could, work your battlefields through. I think they even got one now out in Guam, because I know he was flying me. Hang on. Afghanistan is okay, so you can see a lot is available, and that's what this group did, was be able to allow you on FSX to move your people to the new theater and do what you do in DCS. BMS unfortunately was restricted pretty much to the Korean Peninsula. I do think they tried a couple other areas, and just a lot of people they're not either Falcon fans, F-16s, or, because it was funny, a lot of people wanted F-15s there. Huh. It says Falcon. I always loved that one. So, that's my story there. Like I said, I don't know if that virtual group ever got off the ground. But it was an interesting concept nonetheless. Now that I would get into, but on the flight sim side of the house, not the DCS side. I would have no trouble moving you guys from point A to point B. I do it for Spaceman all the time. When he wants to move his group from this theater to this theater. Oh, European. I forgot that one. Because that was one that interested me, but they didn't put the B-17 in. Let me rephrase that. A flyable B-17. Or B-24. So, but anyway, those were days in the past. Many days in the past. But I will, friendly player, I will give you a shout. Can you make you 20 to 30% louder? We'll give it a shot. What the heck? How's that? Is that louder? That's full blast on my microphone. Now there is potentially, hang on. You might be picking up a vacuum cleaner in the background. The gate and the compressor can only work when there's quiet. As soon as I talk, you hear it in the background. But yeah, I'll turn it up. So we are looking at, are you kidding me? Well, we're coming over. Hang on. That can't be right. Okay. Now, you all get a bigger overlay than I do. I thought it said I'm 16 minutes out of Phoenix. 36 minutes. So, hang on just a second. I'm going to close the door here. All right. Add. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I had to get up and close the door. And also it was nice that I could stretch my chicken legs for a second. It is September, by the way. Those of you interested, what September is, Twitch gives a big discount through the month of December. Of correction, September. What they're doing, as the message says, 25% off 1 month subs and 3 month subs. 30% off if you go all in for 6 month subs, both web and mobile. So that'll run until October 1 at 10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, if you had the money. I appreciate it. Hey, I don't push. You know, if people want to subscribe, great. And I get it. The ads get, you know, I do 20 minutes of ads an hour, and I've got them, or wait a minute, let me rephrase that. 3 minutes of ads every 20 minutes. There we go. I'll get it right yet. So I try to keep it at a minimum, but that gets us, so long as we push about 3 minutes every so often, so many ad minutes per hour, we actually get more ad revenue here. And no, I do not have a webcam, because the last time I turned it on, I broke it. No. No, I don't have a webcam. I actually kind of like not being, to me, when I see people on it, I love, you know, I love seeing the expressions and all of that, but it kind of takes away, me, I'm more into the flight, not to that person in the seat. So, and seeing what they're doing, I've got to change things back up a little bit in here, because one thing I miss, and this was now about a 6 months to a year ago, I kind of changed the way my formatting is a little, and it took away a little bit of what I call the teachable moments, when you can take the cursor and point where, you know, what you're doing, especially in the Queen of the Skies. That is such a very intensive aircraft to get up and going. And having you see where the cursor is kind of helps in letting you know as we go through the checklist. Okay, we're going here, we're going here. That switch is here, like the MD-11. The ones that take me forever to remember or find again, I can point right where they are so you don't go through that. So just those little things that I like, little teachable things, I call it. And Friendly Player just wanted to ask, because if you have one, then DCS would be much better. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I understand. Well, kind of. Because I could always go on stream or on Discord and work it that way too, with live. And for those that don't know, yeah, we do have a Discord channel. It's where you can find out when the next streams are and so forth. Speaking of which, that's what I thought it was. Okay. Oh, with head tracking. Oh, you're right. That would help. That's the one thing that, yeah, would have helped a lot. Did I misspell it? Oh, that's why. Huh. Why is it not taking? Yeah, you gotta love live TV, live stuff. Pretty sure I misspelled it, so let's try it the old-fashioned way. Why is that not working? Really, they pulled the Strike Eagle. Wow. Oh, Godspeed, welcome aboard. Well, so far, so... I mean, from a weather standpoint, Godspeed, it looks great. I mean, you're starting to see that around south of Vegas here. Where are we, by the way? Yeah, we're coming into the Vegas area. I'm going to go ahead and kick the weather on my charts program. Now, according to it, as we get closer to Prescott, Arizona, I think we'll be getting close to, if not already into our descent. We're hoping to see returns on here. I'm in auto, so I shouldn't have to touch anything. Yeah, the Strike Eagle friendly player, yeah, wasn't my best plane back then because I don't think it was available yet. But yeah, I really like that plane. That aircraft came out, I believe, when I was in the Air Force in the 80s. Late 80s, and if not, yeah, because I think it was in the first Desert Storm. But the conformal tanks really intrigued me how they put those on the F-15s. Really an interesting addition. What some would call a game changer. And that was a very lethal aircraft, just like the Bombcat was. If you're not familiar with Bombcats, basically what it was is the F-14 Tomcat. To help extend it life, they came up with another mission. Believe me, as air superiority aircraft, there was really the F-15C and it. They were the two that dominate the sky. However, they needed more out of it. And they came up with a version called the Bombcat. I think it's the D model. And now it can carry bombs and take that lethality from air superiority just to the ground. And did a great job at it off the carrier. But when they came out, and then unfortunately, with real world embargoes, that's what's grounded the F-14. That and It's a bit cumbersome on a deck. They were trying to reduce the amount of AGE equipment, and hence that's what's kind of pushed the F-14 off the deck, and the F-18 trying to take over all the roles. And it does a really good job. Don't get me wrong, it does. But it's a shame we don't get to see the good old Tomcats in flight anymore. One of those oh my god emergencies we had when I was in the fire department at Scott. A whole group of F-14s came in, and usually when there were more than 3 or 4 Navy jets coming in, one would have an in-flight emergency. Lo and behold, we got an in-flight, actually it was a ground emergency. What happened is the aircraft landed and spun down the runway because somehow in flight the brake locked. So when he landed, it just started spinning down the runway. He did not eject, but I will not say how the cockpit was when rescue got to it. Could have been an odor or two. Yep. Not sure where you're referring, but yeah, it's the F-14's a really great plane. And Duluth flies in. Welcome aboard. We're coming up to top of descent. How about that? In about 60 miles. Shampoo, how is 3? Better than 2. No, 3.0 is phenomenal. The only problem I'm having, and I think it's just a me problem that I'm just going to have to work out over the next several months, the radar is not, well, right now I'm over a desert, so do I expect to see any weather? No, not really. But right now there shows weather over Prescott, which is not far away. So we'll see if any of that translates. Last night did not, and we were where the thunderstorms were. Unless that's part of, if you set the time to where you just want to fly daytime and it's nighttime in real reality, maybe that pushed them back. I don't know. But my questions would not be helped at X-Plane. They would be helped by Zibo. And the last time I asked Zibo, they were not very forthcoming. So, but yeah, I am loving the weather. I think they've amped the level of detail up a little bit on the scenery because, I mean, let's just look out here. We're going to really find out in Phoenix. We really had a great shot. We took off yesterday from LaGuardia. I have never seen the skyline like we had it for New York City. That vivid from LaGuardia. And even around it seemed amped up a little bit. So, and again, it just might be me and wishful thinking that, hey, they really did amp it up. So, but so far radar and terrain, they kind of all look the same. Okay, next up, we do have another stream after, or not another stream, another flight. Twitch, we're going to keep the stream going. YouTube folks will cut away and then start a new video for you. That is so true. Well, hopefully in a month or two, remember, we go back to the future. No, we go back in time 1 hour for the time change. So hopefully it is fixed. right back. Stand by. All right, I'm back with y'all. Had to close the door there. I had to open the door. Sorry. Thank you. My CEO corrected me back there. Producer and CEO. You still haven't seen any birds. Please tell me you weren't joining us at the beginning of this when we were sitting on the deck at Reno. Because we had the attack of the birds again. Oh, but yeah, we see them every now and then. Them pesky little things. All right. What's going to be our first frequency? Approach is going to be 128.650. And I do not... Whoop. To 865. All right, we'll keep that there. And let's start looking here at the chart. Our descent will be to what are we doing? 29,000 by WOTRO. Is that right? Oh. No. Okay, well, that's what they want. Auto ATC. That's what we'll give them. What was it again? 29. All right, we are starting our descent. All right, so we are looking at variable at 4, 10-mile visibility. Ooh, TC Used, thunderstorm, towering cumulus. I'm sorry, towering cumulus is what that is. Okay, distant northwest moving southeast. Towering Q's southwest of the airport. Okay. Nice. Okay, we were out at 1614, off 1625, and that's where we're at now. We'll go to legs. Boy, the air conditioning is just giving us fits today. Ooh, there you go. Starting to see the weather. Not sure. Oh, wait a minute. We're starting to see something on the scope. Got a little blip to the north, right at the base of the range, or right at the top of the scale. That is really nice. Not 100% like a thunderstorm, but you know, that's looking better than what we had before. Give you an idea what I'm looking at here. Wow. Not bad. Got some work, yeah. There's no doubt about that. But yeah. Good job, Laminar. Okay, DRK is Prescott, if I remember right.
1,000 to go.
She can. Yep. All right, folks, we're going to go quiet here for about a couple minutes. We'll be descending. Hopefully you'll hear our VATSIM calls when we have any. So bear with me. Hey, Matt, welcome aboard. It's going great. Hope you're having a great day. I'll be right back. Stand by.
1,000 to go.
Okay, so here we go, folks. Look at this out the window. Get that scene one more time. Holy Toledo, look at that. Wow. And for those curious, yes, it shows up today. Now, I guess we were just not on top of it yesterday. All right, I got to get back into my descent protocol here. All right, where are we? We need to be headed down to 19,000 now. And soon, approach should pick us up. Okay. Wow. They have really, that is impressive. Wow.
Personal items are in an overhead compartment or under the seat in front of you. If you have any items to discard, please pass them to us as we come through the aisle. Please double check that your seatbelt is fastened and familiarize yourself again with the location of your closest exit. Please put away laptop computers or large.
That is just wow. That's all I can say is wow. Yep, Prescott. Well, Prescott. Yeah, Prescott. Is it Prescott? Yeah, Prescott is our alternate as well. Of course, where the thunderstorms are. If I had the opportunity to become a pilot, I wouldn't fly any of those. I'd be either 747 or probably a 767 if it was today. I'm going to go ahead. What's our temp? I'm going to go ahead and kick on icing just to be safe. Only the planes in the list, the F-15. Wouldn't matter what version. Okay, we're headed to 13. We should be getting pinged here soon. Unless he's one of those that requires me to contact him. And he doesn't want to do anything on his part.
American 1437 can express you on.
American 1437's with you, descending on the brusher 1425 left.
American 1437, hello there. Side answer.
Oop. We're identing for you, American 1437.
American 1437, radar contact 50 miles north of the Phoenix Airport. Expect the visual approach runway 25 left. Advise when you have information. Foxtrot, altimeter 2989er.
All right, American 1437, we have Foxtrot now.
Thank you.
Do not overshoot file. Actually, that's real world. Let's see. Thunder Tower and Cumulus. I'm waiting to see what that looks like. Departing, landing, 25 left. 2989. We'll get that set up here. Okay, let's see here for altitudes. How we doing? Oh, we're kind of high. I'm gonna have to step into it a little bit. We're gonna come across okay, barely. Down to 11. All right, enjoy, friendly player. Nice conversation with you in flight, and enjoy DCS. And believe me, we'll let you know if we do change minds and think about it again. What am I watching my altitude for? I'm not going to Tucson, I'm going to Phoenix. $9,000, we're setting in. That's at Zilib. Okay, 2989. Let's get our frequencies in before the sun becomes a problem again.
American 1437, descend maintain 5,000.
American 1437 continuing to 5,000. Okay. Let's get down here, get these radios all established. Even though it's a visual, it's always good to have it as a backup. And Prescott is, not Prescott, Phoenix, 15.6. All right. We're looking at 251. All right, we're gonna get a quick look out the windows here.
Phoenix, good day. Legend 087 at Goodyear is ready for clearance.
Legend 07, Phoenix Departure, good morning. You are cleared to the Aspen Airport through the Yacht 6 departure done as filed. Maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 390. 3 minutes after departure with me, squawk 0770.
Clear to Aspen Airport via the Yacht 6 departure, initial climb 10,000, then expect 300,000 and squawk 07704, Legend 087.
Legend 07, read that correct. Advise when you have the weather when you are requesting taxi.
Roger for Legend 07.
That's Sky Harbor.
American 1437, Phoenix Airport, 1 o'clock, 10 miles, port side.
American 1437, airport in sight.
American 1437, clear visual approach, runway 25 left.
Cleared for the visual, 25 left, American 1437.
To go.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Wow, it did it again. What the heck?
Hello, Phoenix approach, American 3150, information Foxtrot, requesting clearance to San Luis Obispo. American 3150, Phoenix departure, cleared to the Kilo Sierra Bravo Papa Airport via the King Street departure, then as filed, maintain 8,000. Expect flight level 380, 3 minutes after. Departure with me, squawk 2610.
Clear to destination, Keynes 3 departure, climb 8000, expect flight level 380, 3 minutes after. Departure via Keynes, squawk 2610, American 3150.
American 3150, read back correct, with your discretion, expect 25 right.
American 3150, roger.
American 1437, wind turbo 4, runway 25 left, clear to land.
2500.
Cleared to land, 25 left, American 1437.
$1,000. $500. $400. $300. $200. $100. $40. $20.
knots.
American 1437, welcome to Phoenix, right Foxtrot, cross 25 right at Foxtrot 6.
Right on Foxtrot, cross 25 right at Fox 6, American 1437.
American 1437, once you cross right on Echo, Tango Charlie depart.
After the cross here at Fox 6, Echo Charlie to the gate. American 10 or 1437.
American 1437, copy.
After crossing here at Fox 6, Echo Charlie to the gate.
Echo Tango Charlie.
Oh, my bad. I did miss that one. Echo Tango Charlie to the gate for American 1437.
American 1437, read that correct. Have a good day after.
Same to you. Great job. Yeah, we're going to have to check and calibrate our sticks here, I think.
Southwest 994, Phoenix approaching on.
Yep, we're just waiting to call you below 210, but yeah, right now we're direct to Swoon at 220.
Southwest 994, no problem. I just always check in before I send a request. Ident for me, please.
Phoenix approach, good morning. Angel flight 694611, 11,000, 5 minutes to Hopes.
Southwest 994 radar contact 63 miles west of the Phoenix Airport. You could descend via the Hyder, and you can expect the visual approach runway 25 left. Phoenix altimeter 29er 89er by Jet Fox. Southwest 984, copy.
Yes, again for Southwest 994.
Southwest 984, your radar contact 63 miles west of the Phoenix Airport. Descend via the Hyder. Expected visual approach runway 25 left. Altimeter 29er 89er, and advise Jet Foxtrot.
Alright, I'll pick up Foxtrot, descend via the Hyder, and then expect 25 left, Southwest 994.
Angel flight 6946, Phoenix approach. Good morning, Ident. Major flight 6946, ready to contact 40 miles northwest of the Drake BOR. I did not catch the ops, if you mind saying that again. And information should change for Deer Valley. Just I'll let you know when it changes.
1000, flight 6946, roger.
Andrew, flight 6946, the PESKE altimeter 3015.
3015, flight 6946.
All right, folks. Sorry, it was a little quiet there. All right, we'll get the numbers here in a minute. Felt good, just that stability issue, which I think will take a calibration of the flight sticks with the new sim, with the new version, which usually I don't have to do, but you know, this time may be different. All right, let me go back to the METAR real quick. CB's distant, towering Q's southwest. Okay. I think for today's flight, we'll put her right in here. Okay, brakes are set. Let's double check. All right, a little bit of a hair-raising flight on takeoff.
Phoenix stepping away for 2 minutes.
All right, let's finish up. I think I need to get trim, which for the first time actually felt like it was working right, which usually doesn't. So that felt good. 4 units. Okay, and let's just double check the EPU is running. Generators on. And let's shut her down.
Legend 087 is now ready for taxi.
Legend 087, runway 21, taxi via Alpha, advisory for departure.
Roger by Alpha 221 and advise when ready for departure, Legend 087.
Phoenix back.
Oh, I know why. There it goes. All right, that's all setting up now. Final checks. So yeah, we can turn that off. Wait, nope. We'll go there. All right. That works for me. Okay, let's take a look. What a flight. That was actually fun, even though we had some pretty hairy, scary moments with it.
Major flight 6946, you're looking for a shortcut?
All right, 390. We'll take it after some of the horrific landings they say we've been doing here.
Major flight 6946, are you looking for a shortcut?
Okay. I think he's got the guy confused. I know what he means.
I would proceed on the route if possible, 6946.
No problem.
And Legend 087 is ready for departure.
And it was accepted with...
1205, runway 21, cleared for takeoff.
Let's see, how'd we do point-wise? Because I think we got extra points coming in here. We did. 400 extra points. Total of 6. Wow. We did pretty good. Cool. After that hairy, scary departure and going on to approach. So we'll get the calibration done here in a minute when we come off for our break. Boeing 737-800, hello. Welcome aboard. I don't think I've seen you up here in quite a while. So welcome in. Welcome in. All right, we're going to go through this and see how we did. We did real good with the airline. First time in a long time. Long time no see, indeed.
Southwest 984, descend and maintain 5,000. Descend and maintain 5,000, Southwest 994.
Got into a great conversation with, what was it, I'll get his name here in a minute. Friendly player about DCS and all, but yeah, welcome in. X-Plane 12 is really looking, boy, if you didn't catch it coming through, holy mackerel. Matter of fact, southwest would be this way. Okay, I think it's messed up with the METAR. I don't see anything that way, but I think you all see.
Information Golf, current altimeter 298 Deer Valley information,
That's the closest towering queue I can see from my vantage point. Wow.
7 radar contact altitude.
Right over there, right by the tail. You all can see it too, so all right, we'll leave it there. So here's where we landed, and it I felt was going to be right on the numbers, pretty close to where we're supposed to. Looks like left of the center line, they got us 387 at 142, 1.45 Gs. Not a bad deal. We're up here, Alpha 23. Okay, numbers, that's what we're here for. Unfortunately, not a lot. We pretty much saw them all.
Legend 087, climb maintain flight level 390.
Clear, maintain flight level 390 for Legend 087.
Okay, so really not a lot to go on here, how we did on the approach. But it was indeed a fun flight. And again, landing pretty close. We'll find out here more in depth here in a second. But again, let you all get a good look out there. I'm going to go ahead and take down the overlay. I am thinking this is going to be, until the betas come out, the closest we'll get to a towering queue. Looks good though. All right, over to Sim Toolkit. Okay, so Sim Toolkit's up. Sorry about that. 375, 141, so they're all in agreement for the most part. And we'll zoom in here so you all, again, if you have these programs, Elevatech, Volanta, Sim Toolkit, I think there's a couple others out there. You see how you can zoom in? If they're giving you taxi, boom, you can tell where they want you.
46, area of moderate precipitation starting at about 10 miles from your 10 to 2 o'clock, and it'll be about 40 miles.
All right.
Hey again, Andrew Flight 6946.
Angel Flight 6946, I got an area of light to moderate precipitation from your 10 to 2 o'clock, starting at 10 miles.
Hang on a second.
And it'll last for about 40 miles.
Okay, so an hour and 43 minutes in flight, 522 miles, 3,900 kilograms. Again, pretty much the same numbers as what Elevatech said, but here's where I get to find out. Hopefully it's not set up for 2.6. Cool. All right, so we landed 1,240 feet down the runway. That's not bad. This is roughly 1,000 feet, these big VFR landing marks you see out there. And we were 25 feet off the center line. That's not so good. In a smaller plane like this, you can get away, but you start getting into the 7.4s, you could get an engine taking out an approach light or a runway light. Pitch is good. A little bit too much of a roll for the no crosswind, but for some reason, yeah, I think it's just I need to calibrate, and everything else looks good on it. So, all right. What'd you think of X-Plane 3? Next up is going to be Detroit to, hang on a second, to Toronto. I'm going to fast forward here real quick. Wow, I know where I should have flown. Anyway, yeah, we're not going to see much weather on that as of right now. So, but anyway, this is the X-Plane 3. We've been hearing about the new weather. Yes, you didn't see it earlier. Holy mackerel. Great thunderstorms. Great. I mean, everything was great. Just the guy, the loose nut behind the wheel, that being me. Yeah, he needs to learn how to fly. So, but anyway, we had a blast again with Zibo. I mean, it just is just ever so much fun. They're Southwest. I just don't see what I call a towering cumulus cloud, but like I said, I think that's going to be the closest for now. That's northwest, north to northwest. Just kind of getting a look at the scenery, and I'm here to tell you that that looks pretty much like I remember it. Yeah, I think they've I think they have increased the level of detail here, so looks really good. And well, folks, let's do this. Twitch, hang on. We're going to come back here. We're going to fly Detroit to Toronto. We're going to cut away YouTube for a moment, bring them back in after we get the basics set up, and we're going to blast off to Toronto, Canada. Currently, their center is up. We'll see how that is in about an hour when we get going fully. By that, I mean we have the aircraft powered up, ready to go. So for now, y'all have been great. It's been a fun flight. Thank you, Friendly Flyer, for the great conversation. And hang on. I'm gonna, sorry, just a lot of stuff. There we go. I know you all can't hear them. I can. So that's why I had to do that. So I hope you all have a great day over there on YouTube, Twitch. We'll be right back to head up to Detroit for Piedmont Virtual and a Northwest Airlines flight to Toronto. Hope you all enjoyed. Friendly Player, thanks. Nice interaction with Bad Attitude, Godspeed, and Boeing 737-800. Ooh, by the way, he is reporting flying over Vietnam right now. Big clouds there. Yeah, it was spectacular over Prescott. So, man, they did some great things there at Laminar. And who knows what the end of 3.0 will look like with all the betas. But I'm here to tell you, it looked fabulous. Zibo, I finally got returns on it. Yes. So we'll see you. Hey, again, Twitch, hang tight. We'll be right back. God bless. And we'll see you on the other side.